welcome to Discovering Insurance Show, a show where we discover about insurance roles from dynamic insurance leaders. Today we have with us Kelly for the head of digital product development at Prudential. Hi Kelly, thank you so much for being here with us.
Well, thanks for having me.
It's
a
an honor to have you. Yeah. Okay, so Kelly focuses on digital product design as well as customer journey. She has 15 years working in the insurance industry, and she started her career in the UK working for an insurance company in the UK. She moved to an Actuarial Consulting firm in the UK before coming back to Malaysia. So don't hesitate to leave your questions down below because we're really excited to hear from you. I'm going to start us off with a simple one. How are you? How have you been?
I'm good. Well, we are still in the middle of pandemic, sort of like so. Looking at the situation, all good. So far, so good.
That's good. That's good.
Yeah.
I think we're all like learning to live amongst like in the pandemic, right?
Yes.
A little bit.
Yeah, the new norm.
Yeah, the new norm, exactly.
Yeah.
Okay, so the first round is going to be a rapid fire round.
Sure.
I'm going to ask you a bunch of questions and just like answer with like the first thing that comes to your head, okay? Like
okay, I'll try.
yeah, don't worry, okay? It's going to be fun. Are you ready?
Yep.
Okay, so the first question, what's your favorite part of your current job?
Well, it's actually that the idea of like creating something and then you get to see it go to market. So it's and in the middle it's a very complicated process and involving a lot of stakeholders and everything like that. So when you see it finally go to market, it's actually a very exciting thing.
Yeah. I can understand that. Okay. So what do you believe is the biggest of your company right now?
I guess it's like we are one of the largest life insurance company in Malaysia. So we have the capability to kind of like do a lot of innovation, especially on the digital front. We have a Pulse app, our wealth and health and wealth app, which kind of like serve a lot of like customer and non-customer as well in Malaysia, as well as like in the region as well. So I guess we have the advantage of like kind of like push things out quickly and in a very like efficient way as well.
I think like there's a lot of opportunity, right, in Prudential because it's such a well-known company. Yeah. Okay. So are you reading or listening to anything right now?
Sorry?
Like reading? Do you like or are you reading or listening to like podcasts, or
well, not too much, but I watch a lot of like movies and TV series.
Okay.
So one of the interesting one that I'm like watching now is Mr. Robot. So it's about kind of like hackers into the digital world and then how he deal with the mental illness as well. So mental illness, especially during that pandemic, is kind of like a hot topic. So exactly. I find it quite interesting.
I guess it kind of blends a bit of like the tools of digital and mental health for you, right? Okay. What is some of the best advice you've ever gotten, like in your like throughout your whole career? What is the best advice you ever gotten?
I guess it's because I'm an actuary, so I have the technical backgrounds. So the best advice that I got is like to be a good actuary, we need to kind of like have a business acumen as well, because a lot of the time we only focus on the technical skills, but you forget how to interpret the numbers or make sense of the numbers for customer and how customers see what you are doing.
What you're doing, Okay. Okay, before that, like just a little bit, what advice would you give for someone who's like emerging themselves into the new digital age, because like you're now working with digital products, right? So because you gave advice on like actual, but what about like the digital side?
Okay, so not everything will work. Like there's a lot of like things that you can try and not everything will work. And you need to kind of like recognize it, learn from it, and move on. I would say that is probably the one thing that I think, what we are trying to do.
I think that applies like a lot of aspects in life also,
Yep.
and in career, right? Yeah. Okay, so moving on, like this is kind of a fun question. If you could
Okay.
have a dinner party and invite any 4 people in the world, like who would be on the invite list?
Okay. I guess it's well, someone. I guess someone fun. So I would definitely like invite maybe 2 of my best friends, and then and probably will invite. I don't know.
It could just be like a small get together. So like even like your friends, you know, like that shows like you are content like having people in your life already, you know.
Yes.
Like you don't really seek like information from like or like conversation from like world leaders and stuff like that, right?
Yeah.
So that's really good actually.
For me, it's like I build relationship
Yeah.
very closely with my friends and family. So I probably like told my best friend and also that oh, invite my ex-boss.
Oh, that's nice. That's really nice.
Yeah, no, my ex-boss is now my friend. So like he's a fun character.
Okay, I think this might relate to like the next question.
Okay.
Who has inspired you in your career journey? I'm not sure if your ex-boss is one of them, but
yeah, actually, it's my ex-boss, which is my previous manager. So he was the one that convinced me to try out a product development role.
Okay.
Because I've been like doing a technical role on like pricing, reserving, like reporting all the while, and then like he suggested that I try out a product development role, which is a role that's like less technical but focus a lot on customer, customer perception, customer value, and how you when you come up with the pricing of the product, how customer can make sense to them, how you explain to them. So that was the part that he wanted me to develop.
Okay.
So it was a struggle in the beginning because it's completely different than what I've been doing. But now I've been in the role for more than 3 years now, and still,
thriving.
I'm enjoying the role.
That's good. That's good. Yeah, and it's really nice that you had that supportive person to push you. You know. Yeah. Okay. So if you could go back and speak to your 20-year-old self, what advice would you give?
I would say don't be afraid to try new things. So just take whatever opportunity that come across. Don't be reluctant to try things. And I guess that's probably something that I would say to my 20-year-old self.
And I think like maybe like not in your 20s, but now you listen, so that's really good.
Yeah.
I think I might know the answer to the next question, but what is the best career decision you ever made?
Well, it's actually like the decision to move back to Malaysia.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
So I was studying and working in UK for about 14 years. Then I came across a job offered by Prudential Insurance Malaysia. So, and it was kind of like an actuarial role. And I guess that was probably one of the best decisions that I've made, like deciding to come back. So why I would say that it's the best because in UK, the market was a very mature and stable market. So the work is more on relating to increase efficiency of like maintaining the existing business or try to consolidating and things like that. But in Malaysia, the dynamic of working is very different because the market is growing. Like the insurance industry is growing like by double digit every year. So a lot of the focus is on insurance penetration to the unserved or underserved segments. So we welcome a lot of ideas on how to do more, how to tap into those markets. So that was something that's very different compared to when I was in UK.
Yeah, actually, like even like hearing you talk about it, it seems like there are more challenges in Malaysia that get you excited to actually like break through them, right? Because like if the market is already like stable, you can't really do anything.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, that's interesting. Okay, what personality traits or strengths do you think best fit in your career? in the digital product development team?
Okay. Well, first of all, you need to be like inquisitive. For example, to try, like, apart from the knowing your own work, try to understand what other people are doing as well, because when we develop a product solutions, it's all about connecting the dots behind the back end as well. For example, it would help if I know what is the concern of my underwriters when I want to launch a product with simple underwriting. What are their concerns? And then what about claims? It's a digital claim process should be straightforward, should be simplified. So I need to understand what is their concern or pain points, and then try to solve it from there. So I guess inquisitive, very important, and also the ability to communicate to people as well, because we product development role or actuary tends to speak in the very technical terms. So the ability to explain things very simply, and then then it will help a lot in what you're trying to do.
Yeah, so you help like both end to end, right? Like the back end and as well as the customer.
Yes.
So you actually cover a lot of surface, like in your job. Okay. So last question in like the rapid fire round. We're still taking questions from the audience, so please do send them in. How do you keep a healthy work-life balance?
Well, it's a tiny things that I practice do every day, because especially during pandemic time or lockdown time, a lot of the time the personal time and working times the lines are blurred.
Exactly.
So I try to like make sure that I eat proper lunch. I take a proper lunch break, and then I eat dinner as well at the similar time. And also that I have 2 furry kids, like dogs at home. So in the evening, I'll walk them, kind of like break away from all the work. Yeah. And also another thing is like, it's good that our company like kind of like forbid meetings during lunchtime.
That's really good.
Yeah, from 12:30 and 1:30. So everyone gets a break from everything else.
That's good. Okay. That's really good that your company took that initiative, you know, to make sure that the staff are properly sticking to the timelines of work, and they're not just like taking advantage of you all, which is really good. So good job. Okay, so your work sounds like amazing so far, and like I really would like to know more. So the next segment is like more like long form, so you just be as in-depth as you like with the questions. And in the audience, please do send in your questions. We're really looking forward to them. Okay, so the first question, what drew you to this industry, like insurance, the insurance industry?
Okay, I guess it's like very similar story for a lot of the actuarial students. You start with loving the maths, then you study actuarial science, and then during university time, actually like life insurance, mathematics compared to other, like for example, pensions or general insurance. So it was a very natural choice for me to go into the life insurance industry.
Okay. Okay. How have you invested in yourself in terms of training and development? Like, what trainings do you do to like help you get to like where you are today?
Right. So, actually, it's I have finished all my kind of like professional exams. So after that I need to maintain I'm an actuary under the Institute and Faculty of like Actuary UK. So I need to maintain 15 hours of technical hours every year, and actually that we have to like do the learning logs and then like log it somewhere as well. So, and my Prudential Malaysia is very supportive and all this. So they would send us and sponsor us to go to like conferences. So from there, I can accumulate my technical hours. And also at the same time, our HR organized a lot of kind of like development, self-development course. So the most recent one that I attended this year is on coaching.
Oh,
Yes.
nice. Because like I mean, like you are the head right of a
Yeah.
department, so like they help encourage you to like move further, become a better leader
Yes.
and stuff
Yeah.
like that, right?
Mm.
That's really good that your company is very supportive of you,
Yes.
and you have like access to that, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So what is the culture really like in the insurance industry? Because there is a lot of stigma about the insurance industry, especially from like the public.
Yeah.
So what do you think like the culture really like is like
Mm.
in the industry?
I guess I've only been working for Prudential Assurance Malaysia, so I can only comment on
Yeah.
what I see.
Okay.
So in general, like people are very helpful. For
That's good.
example, like the work that I'm doing, I need to talk to people from different departments. Naturally, like you would think that people work in kind of like silo, like if I'm
Yeah.
claims, then I work for claims only, or operation,
Mm-hmm.
then just that. But actually, it's not. It's like my experience working for Prudential. Whenever you need some information from colleagues from other departments, they are always very helpful, because we kind of like have the common goal on like, okay, we need to develop this product. We plan to launch this in 2 or 3 months time, and everyone we meet up every week
Wow.
through meetings to kind of like to develop a solutions or flush out like pain points on like how to connect the dots to make the product work.
Wow.
Because especially for digital product, there's a
Yeah.
lot of new things that's not being set up yet.
Yeah.
And then we need to kind of like take the initiative to know what's happening or help each other to understand to how to make it better. So at the end of the day, it's like we just want to help each other to kind of like to achieve what we wanted to do.
That's really good. Prudential sounds like a very collaborative company where like
Yes.
everyone is constantly collaborating with each other. That's really good. Are you excited about any changes or innovations currently in the insurance industry?
Definitely, it's I think like what we have like seen in the market, especially in the past 18 to 24 months, there are a lot of like digital products appear throughout the region, and in Malaysia alone, you can see like digital insurance product being integrated into our life to life.
Life, yeah.
Yeah, for example, Grab apps. You can see
Mm-hmm.
insurance happening there. You can see
Yeah.
insurance product on Shopee,
Yeah.
and also like Touch and Go. So these are the apps or kind of like the things that we
Digital
use on
products,
the
yeah.
daily basis, and how digital insurance has integrated into our daily life is amazing.
Yeah, that's true.
And it's accelerated by the pandemic as well.
The pandemic, yeah.
Yeah. So, and for Prudential, we have our health and wellness app, Pulse. So we have also been like working very hard on that platform as well. And this year alone, we have launched almost like 20 products on the platform, as well as
Wow.
to our partners.
That's
Yeah.
really cool. Like
Yeah.
I actually like just only realized like when you said like about the Grab and like yeah, insurance is actually all around us when we like
Yes.
actually think about it, you know?
Exactly.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
very relevant.
Mm.
Yeah, okay. So we've actually come to the end of all our questions. I've
Yep.
actually had a wonderful time talking to you. Thank
Yep,
you so much
me
for
too.
being here. Do you have any last words for our audience?
uh,
Advice or like
Not really. If you're looking to kind of like considering like joining the industry, there's a lot of new things happening on. We the industry always try to kind of like increase the penetrations of like insurance protections for the populations. So a lot of like innovations are happening. Ideas that people would, if you have a new idea, people would appreciate a lot. So, and now exciting thing is on the digital front as well. It has slowly become a norm how like insurance and the digital are
blend.
Blending in. So yeah, it's a exciting industry to join.
Yeah, I think now actually like from listening to everything you've been saying, it sounds like a very interesting time to join like insurance with all the opportunities available. Like not only in like the digital scale, like in Malaysia also, right, penetrating markets and stuff like that. So a lot of challenges that can really like push you and not just have like the same boring routine. So I think like a lot of people would be interested to join the industry. So well, that's all for like today, but this is actually our last episode for the year. We will be back next year, the first week of January, with Jared Chu, the strategic management head at Sun Life. So tune in then. Thank you so much for joining us, everyone who joined us. Thank you, Kelly, once more for being with us. It was such a pleasure to have you here with us.
Thanks for the invite. It's a privilege to be here.
Thank you, thank you. Okay, that's all for now. Bye bye. Take care. Have a good day.